Hello student, this is the Sangeeta Mansukhani, video number 107. In this video I will be explain the Bronsted-Lowry acid and base. In the last video I already explained about Arrhenius concept of the acid and bases. So second theory is Bronsted-Lowry, and Bronsted-Lowry related to the acid and base. So this concept was proposed by the Danish chemist Johannes Bronsted and the English chemist Thomas M. Lowry. So according to this concept, an acid is a substance, molecule or ion which can donate H plus ion to a base, and base is a substance which can accept a proton from an acid. So it is known as Bronsted-Lowry acid and bases concept. Okay, so acid donate the H plus ion, so it is known as proton donor, and in systematic we have to say protogenic, and a base is proton acceptor, so we have to say protophilic. So there are two concepts here, protogenic and protophilic. So acid as a proton donor and base is a proton acceptor. So acid and base pair which differ by a proton are said to be form a conjugated acid base pair. So here see this reaction, NH3 ammonia react with the water and convert into the ammonium and OH minus ion. So see, ammonia is the accept the proton then convert into the NH4 plus. Okay, so that is means it is a base, and then H2O water, H plus remove, donate the H plus ion and convert into the OH minus ion, so it is a acid. Base accept the proton, so it is a base. So formation ammonium ion, so bases convert into the NH4 plus ion, so it is a conjugated acid in the product way, and acid donate the H plus ion, so it is convert into the conjugated base. Okay, so thus the acid base pair in this example, ammonia accept the H plus ion, so convert into the ammonium ion, and then water donate the H plus ion and convert into the OH minus ion. So general form of the such reaction this way: acid loss proton and convert into the conjugated base, base add the proton and convert into the conjugated acid. Okay, so this is the same concept. Acid 1 convert into the base 1, base 2 convert into the acid 2. Clear? So if Bronsted acid is a strong acid, then its conjugated base is weak base. Here Bronsted acid, this is the acid 1, and convert into the base 1, so its conjugated base is a weak base. So it is also interesting to note that some substances exhibit dual behavior. Okay, they have the tendency of the accepting as well as donating the H plus ion. In other words, they behave an acid and base both. So such substances are called amphoteric and amphiprotic substance. Okay, these substances are called amphoteric and amphiprotic substance. Okay, so here example see, ammonia, water, acetic acid. So here you see acid H2O and base H2O. So H2O donate the proton and convert into the OH minus. So acid convert into the conjugated base, and this base H2O accept the proton to convert into the H3O plus. So it is a conjugated acid. Similar, same ammonia ion. So one ammonia behave as a acid and another is behave as a base. Clear? That is clear. So according to the Bronsted-Lowry, acid is a proton donor and then base is the acceptor, proton acceptor. So proton donor acid, so it is a protogenic, and then base is a proton acceptor, so it is a protophilic. Okay, then limitation of the Bronsted-Lowry concept. Limitation, that is means this definition is unable to explain the reaction occurring in the non-protonic solvent, like example COCl2, SO2, N2O4, etc. Okay, and then can't explain the reaction between the some acidic oxides, example CO2, SO2, SO3, and basic oxide, like example calcium oxide, barium oxide, and magnesium oxide, and which take place even in the absence of the solvent. Example like calcium oxide CaO react with the SO3 sulfur trioxide and convert into the calcium sulfate CaSO4. Okay, Then third, BF3AlCl3, boron trifluoride and aluminum chloride, do not have any hydrogen and hence cannot give a proton but are known to behave as acid. So don't have any hydrogen, so cannot give a proton but are known to behave as a acid. So these are limitation. It is not explained by the Bronsted-Lowry. Okay, clear? So third is as Lewis acid and base. Okay, first Arrhenius concept, second is Bronsted-Lowry concept, and third is Lewis acid and base concept. According to this concept, Lewis acid and base, a base is a substance that have tendency to donate an electron pair to form coordinated bond, and acid is a substance that accept the electron pair donated by the Lewis base. So Lewis acid is a electrophile, electrodeficient, like example AlCl3, CO3 plus, Mg2 plus. Okay, and whereas Lewis base is a nucleophilic or electron rich species, like example here you see water, ammonia, OH minus ion, NO, CO, etc. Okay, see here you see A plus B convert into the A coordinated bond B. So B has a lone pair. So B has a lone pair, so it is donates to the A. Okay, so lone pair donates, so it is known as base, and A accept the lone pair, so it is known as acid. Base given to the lone pair, so formation coordinated bond. This is the arrow C side to the A. So that is means B lone pair given to the A. So B is a base and A is a acid. And acid and base formation between the coordinated bond. So this is the way, complex way. Here you see H plus ion and OH minus ion. OH minus has a lone pair, and if lone pair given to the H plus ion and formation coordinated bond, so it is this way, is a complex way. Okay, so base is a substance that have a tendency to donate an electron pair to form a coordinated bond, so it is known as base. And then acid is a substance that accept the electron pair donated by the Lewis base. So this is the Lewis base, this is the Lewis acid. Okay, clear? So it is also interesting to notify that all Bronsted-Lowry bases also act as a Lewis base because of the presence of the lone pair on all the bases. Okay, but all the Bronsted-Lowry acid do not behave as a Lewis acid because of the absence of the proton, right? Okay, so BF3 like example, because it's electron deficiency. So electron deficiency, that is means electrophile, it is known as Lewis acid, but it is not as a Bronsted acid. Okay, because it is do not presence of the proton. Okay, so this is the main difference between them, Lewis acid and base and Bronsted acid and base. Clear? Then next, limitation of the Lewis concept. Limitation of the Lewis concept, the strength of the Lewis acid and base is found to be depend on the type of the reaction, and it is not possible to arrange them in any order of their relative strength. Okay, that is means it is not explain strength of Lewis acid and base. Clear? Then second, does not explain the behavior of the protonic acid, like in an acid H plus ion are present, so it is not accepted by the Lewis concept. Then third, catalytic activity. Catalytic activity of the Lewis acid can't be explained because catalytic activity of the many acid reason due to the tendency to furnish H plus ion, but Lewis acid does not do so because Lewis acid represent as a electron deficient element. Okay, clear? So this is the main difference. So many acid due to their tendency to furnish H plus ion. So because the reason catalytic activity, so catalytic activity doesn't explain by the Lewis acid concept. Okay, clear? Then next is strength of the acid and base. Strength of the acid base according to the two concept, according to the Arrhenius concept, and second one according to the Bronsted-Lowry concept. You already known about according to the Arrhenius concept. The acid that dissociate almost completely into their constituents ion in aqueous medium. So it is readily provide a proton. So they are called strong acid. Like example, hypoperchloric acid, hydrochloric acid HCl, hydroiodic acid HI, nitric acid HNO3, sulfuric acid H2SO4, So the base opposite weight dissociate almost completely into their constituent ions in an aqueous medium. So it is provide a hydroxyl ion. Acid provide the proton ion, and then base given provide a hydroxyl ion. So they are called strong base. Example: sodium hydroxide, lithium hydroxide, KOH, potassium hydroxide, and CSOOH, cesium hydroxide, and barium hydroxide also. Okay, so these are the main difference between the strong acid and then strong base. Clear? Both are definition, it is equal. They completely dissociate into their constituent ions. Okay, but really provide a proton, so they are called strong acid, and provide a hydroxyl ion, so they are called strong base. Clear? This is the according to the Arrhenius concept. Then according to the Bronsted-Lowry concept, between the two acid having a higher tendency to give a proton, it is known as stronger acid. Like here example, here you see Ha plus H2O. Okay, so Ha given H plus ion and accept the proton. So Ha given the H plus ion and then convert into the A minus. So acid given proton donor, so convert into the A minus, it is a conjugated base, and this is the H2O accept the proton and convert into the S3O plus. It is a base and then convert into the conjugated acid. So higher tendency to give a proton, it is called a stronger acid, and then convert into the conjugated base. So this is the strong acid and this is the strong base, and convert into the conjugated acid. So this is both are weak. Clear? So Ha stronger acid, then so this is the also acid, this is the also acid, but this is the strong and this is the weak. Clear? So this is the main difference between them. Clear? Got it? Then next topic is ionization constant of acid and base. For acid and base, ionization constant that is means ionize whenever any compound acid and base ionize in the ion, dissociate into the constituent ions, then we have to find equilibrium constant. So it is a simplifier in the ions way, we have to say ionization constant. See, sulfuric acid H2SO4 convert into the H plus ion and HSO4 minus. Then after equilibrium condition, H plus ion and then HSO4 minus convert into the SO2 minus. So equilibrium constant, ionization constant, product and then divide the reactant concentration. So product here H plus ion, then SO4 2 minus. Okay, SO4 2 minus, then in the reactant way H2SO4. Clear? So equilibrium constant simply formed by as a ionization constant for an acid, and the base like NaOH. Here you see for the base NaOH convert into the Na plus and OH minus. So for this reaction equilibrium constant, otherwise we have to say ionization constant. So Kc is equal to product concentration Na plus bracket OH minus in bracket divide by the reactant NaOH. Clear? This is the main ionization constant of the acid and base. Then ionization constant of the water and its ionic product. Of water and its ionic product, here you see this is the acid and this is the base. Both are water, but one water behave as a acid. Okay, when if donate the proton, so convert into the OH minus ion, and this H2O accept the proton. So this acid convert into the OH minus, so conjugated base, and it is a acid because it is a tendency to the donate the proton. And this is the H2O liquid accept the proton, so it is a base. Okay, and convert into the conjugated acid. So applying the law of the mass action, K dissociation constant is equal to product divide by reactant. So product is H3O plus and then OH minus, and divide by the reactant 2 water molecule, so H2O power 2. So water is a pure liquid, so its concentration remains constant. Okay, so water is a pure liquid. Here this is the water. So water is a pure liquid, so its concentration remains constant, so its value is a constant, are same. Okay, so H2O is incorporated with K and new constant Kw is used in the place of the KH2O square. So only for Kw is equal to H3O plus OH minus. Okay, so Kw is equal to, we have to write this way also, H plus and OH minus ion, because H3O plus and H plus are same. Clear? So Kw is called ionic product of the water. Okay, from the experiment it is found that at 298 Kelvin, H plus ion and H3O plus ion is equal to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 m molarity, and water produce H3O plus and OH minus ion in equal number. H3O plus is equal to OH minus, value comes 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7 m, and on substituting the value, so we get is equal to Kw is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 7 square is equal to, because KH2O square is equal to power 10 to the power minus 14. Clear? So Kw is equal to H plus and OH minus ion. So if both ions concentration are equal, so solution is neutral. But H plus ion concentration greater than OH minus ion, so solution is acidic. And if H plus ion concentration less than basic ion OH minus ion, so solution is basic. So this is the main concept of the water and its ionic product. That is clear? Then next topic is pH scale. pH scale, it is the order to the represent the hydronium ion. Hydronium ion, that is means H3O plus. Concentration more conveniently in terms of the molarity. Okay, so Sorensen introduced a logarithm scale. Sorensen represent a logarithm scale. It is called pH. What is the pH? pH, that is means power of the hydrogen. So the pH of the solution defined as, this is the main definition, the negative logarithm to the base 10 of the activity of the hydrogen ion AH plus, and if the solution is very dilute, less than, that is means less than 0.01 m, so the activity of the hydrogen ion becomes equal to its molarity. So here you see AH plus is equal to H plus divided by mole per liter. So from the definition of the pH, because AH is equal to dimensionless quantity, or definition of the pH, negative logarithm to the base 10. So negative logarithm, that is means minus log, and dimensionless quantity AH plus. Okay, so 10 of the activity of the hydrogen ion, AH plus. So negative logarithm to the base 10 minus log AH plus. Okay, we have to write this way also, minus log, because AH plus is equal to H plus upon mole per liter. So minus log H plus per mole per liter. So pH is equal to minus log H plus is equal to minus, so that is means log 1 upon H plus, and here pH of acidic solution of HCl of concentration like 10 to the power minus 2 m is 2, and basic solution of the NaOH having OH minus ion, so 10 to the power minus 4 m, and H3O plus is equal to minus 10 to the power minus 10 m is equal to 10. You already known about 1 to 10. Okay, so 2 is the highest, more acidic, 2 concentration, and then 4 base having 4, and then H3O plus is equal to neutral way 10 to the power minus 10 m is equal to 10. Also at 25 degrees Celsius, hydrogen ion concentration of the water is equal to 10 to the power minus 7 m. So pH of the pure water is equal to pH is equal to minus log 10 to the power minus 7 is equal to 7. Clear? So acidic solution has pH less than 7, and then base solution pH greater than 7, and neutral solution has pH is equal to 7. Okay, so pH scale is a logarithm scale. So decrease of a single pH unit correspond to the 10-fold increase in the acidic nature. That's why change in pH with temperature is often ignored. Okay, so the main concept is pH scale is a logarithm scale, and decrease of the single pH units correspond to the 10-fold increase in the acidic in nature. So simple concept is equal to pH is equal to minus log H plus ion. Clear? And value is 0 to 10 consider. So 0 to 7 and 10. Okay, so 7 is a neutral way, and 0 to between 7 acidic, and 7 to 10 basic nature. Clear? Okay, so this is the main pH scale. Then next is measurement of the pH. pH of a solution we have to generally measure by using pH paper, and which is gives different colors with the solution of the different pH, and the pH range is the 1 to 14 can be determined with an accuracy approximately 0.5 by using pH paper. So pH paper consists of waste strips, and which is show different colors with different the values. So here you see for the pH value for the saturated solution of the NaOH, that is means more accurate value of the pH determined by using pH meter, okay, and a device that measure the pH dependent electrical potential of the test solution, and with it only for accuracy 0.001 precision. And very small size pH meters are also available in the market. So all two types of the finding the pH we have to use, pH paper and pH meter. Okay, so pH strips, pH paper consists of the strips, so which represents different colors with different pH value. Okay, so we can easily certain by matching the strips and reference color chart provided with it. Okay, but most accurate value of the pH we have to determine by using pH meter, and pH meter it is a device. It is measure the pH dependent electrical potential of the test solution within 0.001 precision. Okay, clear? So here example here given when we have to use pH meter, otherwise pH paper. So saturated solution of the NaOH represent approximately pH 15. 0.1 m NaOH solution, it is base 13, lime water 10.5, milk of the magnesia 10, egg white sea water 7.8, human ball 7.4, that is means upper the neutral weight, that is means basic nature, milk 6.8, human saliva 6.8, name of black coffee 5.0, that is means it is a acidic way. Tomato juice also approximately 4.2, soft drinks and vinegar 3.0, lemon juice approximately 2.2, gastric juice approximately 1.2, 1 m HCl solution approximately 0, and concentrated HCl approximately 1.0. So that is with pOH value. Next, pH value I already completely explained. Then pOH value. So all opposite way of the pH. pH indicate H plus ion concentration, and pOH represent OH minus ion concentration. Okay, pH is equal to minus log H plus ion, right? And here opposite way pOH is equal to minus log OH minus. So both are same way, only for nature are different. So relation between pH and pOH. We know that at 298 Kelvin in aqueous solution, both neutral ion H plus and OH minus, and its ionic constant is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 14, right? So multiplying both side by the minus log, so minus log H plus minus log OH minus, and right hand side minus log 10 raised to power minus 14. Then minus log H plus it is a pH, and minus log OH minus it is a pOH. So pH plus pOH, and minus log 10 raised to power minus 14, that is means 14. Clear? So in case of the pure water at 25 degrees Celsius, H plus ion and OH minus ion concentration is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 7. So pH is equal to pOH is equal to 7, neutral way for the pure water. And if acidic solution, so H plus ion OH minus ion, so pH of the hydrogen ion less than 7 and pOH greater than 7. And for the alkaline solution, H plus ion less than OH minus ion, so pH greater than 7 and pOH less than 7. Okay, so this is the relation between the pH and pOH. Then next is limitation of the pH scale. pH value of the solution do not give us immediate idea of the relative strength of the solution. That is initial way it is not represent strength, okay, strong or weak. Then second one, pH value of the 1 n solution, that is means normality of the solution. of strong acid is obtained always 0. But in case the concentration of is taken 2n, 3n, 10n, so respective pH values are negative. Okay, so pH value of the 1n solution of the strong acid, it is obtained 0. But in case of the another, pH value are negative. So this is the limitation of the pH scale. Then third limitation is a solution of an acid having very low concentration, say 10 is to power minus 8n, show pH value less than 7, not 8, shown by the pH formula. So it is not explained by the pH scale. So there are 3 limitation of the pH scale. Clear? Next topic I will be explained in the next video. Thank you so much.